Hey everybody, and welcome to a potentially new series here on the channel called Low Calorie Cooking Basics. I've been coming across more and more ideas and things that I want to share with you about ways I save calories in the kitchen with little to no effort, and they're just a little bit too basic to make into an entire recipe video like my usual style. I thought this would be a little bit of a fun format, have more of a casual chat about some basic cooking tips and how to save on calories, all sorts of things like that. I have a few ideas in the works, so I think this is going to become a somewhat regular series. I hope you all enjoy it. Make sure to let me know down in the comments what you think after you give this a watch. But this week we're taking a look at how to make low-calorie lean burgers without having them be dry and terrible like they usually are. We're gonna be making quarter-pound patties, and we are actually going to be cooking in the cast iron. This is something you don't have to do. You can use a regular pan and do this on the stove, or use a different method and still cook it in the oven. But I've done a lot of testing and tweaking. I'm a huge fan of burgers, and I never was able to get a burger that was leaner than 85-15 to actually taste good until I tried a few of these different methods. So we're actually going to be baking the burgers today. I know that sounds a little bit like blasphemy for any true burger fans, but trust me, for the calorie savings, these things just come out amazing. So I'm gonna put this in the oven. We're preheating right now to 450 degrees. All right, so we've got our plate, we've got our kitchen scale. So when you're weighing out food to use, you want to zero out your kitchen scale and then take everything off. So I have this already set to 0. I'm going to switch this to ounces. 4 ounces is a quarter pound. Now with burgers, they thicken up so much when they're in the cooking process, so you want to make sure and have them as thin as you can possibly get them. This kind of feels like a cooking show. Are you guys into this? I'll be honest, I wanted to show you guys the low-calorie burgers, but none of the rest of this was planned out. I figured I'd just kind of wing it. Seemed like a more casual approach would be the most fun for everybody. This is fun though. I feel like I'm Rachel Ray or something. Now you can use whatever spices you'd like here. I would recommend though, don't mix in anything into the meat. We're just gonna be seasoning the outside. That's an important step to make sure that all of that moisture stays in the burger. When you don't have very much fat to work with, you gotta make sure and keep it as juicy as possible. This makes a big difference. I used to always mix stuff into my burgers. Since I started doing this, use a lot leaner beef and it tastes just as good. We're just gonna add in a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and then this is Weber, the roasted garlic and herb seasoning. I'm a huge fan of any of those Weber seasonings if you get the chance to pick some of that up. Just season both sides of the patty. By now our pan should be preheated enough. My oven takes forever, so I usually get a little impatient. Alright, so we have our cast iron that has already been preheated. We're at 450 degrees in the oven. Just want to put this patty directly in the center. No need to oil it because we have that cast iron. So I like my burgers medium well. It's gonna cook for a total of about 12 minutes in there. I'm gonna grab out some of the ingredients here, and make note, I am making this burger. It'll come out to about 375 calories. I'm using regular cheese. I'm using regular cheapo hamburger buns. Not that it's the healthiest option, but I always like to stress, there are ways to make any sort of food fit into your diet. A few simple, easy changes and tweaks allow a lot of this stuff to be possible, which makes it a lot easier to stay on track. Say you're craving a burger, but you only have 500 calories. You can have this one and have a side, still have calories to spare while you're deep into a cut. Just a couple little changes that you probably won't even notice, and it makes all of the difference. Got those ready. I'm gonna put this away. I really like to clean as I cook. A lot less work later. So I've got this here sizzling. Grab a spatula, but yeah, all you do, it's about 12 minutes of cook time. About 8 minutes in, you take it and you flip it. And then we're also going to take our cheese. Like I said, with saving calories, we're using half a piece of cheese. Half the calories, it still covers pretty much the whole burger. So nice, easy way to save 45 calories. All right, while we're waiting for this, leave me a comment down below. Are you a gas griller or charcoal griller? I want to live vicariously through all of you in my apartment over here. All right, so a couple more minutes have passed and our burger is done. I am always a ketchup guy on the burgers. But yeah, all we're gonna do, take that right in there. Move this out of the way. Yeah, so we're gonna top this with a little bit of ketchup. It's a little bit less than a serving, but we'll call it 1 serving. And to go with this, I have a newer recipe of mine. These are actually sweet potato fries, chunks, I don't know, whatever you want to call them, but they are delicious. So there we have it. You know, I can't stress enough, this is just a regular white bread bun, 140 calories. We have half a piece of cheese, regular, normal, not any no fat sort of cheese, 93.7 ground beef, a 1/4 pound. Comes out to 375 calories with the ketchup. You know, with these, you're at 500 calories to have a burger and fries at home. I've had bowls of oatmeal that were way more calories than that. I think there's a lot of these little things, you know, tweaks and changes you can make that are just really important and are just gonna make your lives a lot easier. Just things I've picked up over the, 4 or 5 years of dieting and now 3 or 4 years of maintenance. I can't believe it's been almost a decade of changing my lifestyle. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave me a like, comment down below, let me know what you think, and subscribe if you want to see more. I put out new videos every Monday and Friday. I'm thinking these are going to be in the regular rotation, so hopefully you liked it. But I'm gonna get to eating this burger. I'll talk to you guys later.